Hailee Steinfeld didn't rise to fame. She burst onto the scene with a thunderous debut. At just 14, she earned an Oscar nomination for her role in True Grit, holding her own beside acting giants with stunning maturity. Her performance wasn't childlike. It was fierce, focused, and emotionally layered. Hollywood took notice, but Hailee never let it define her. That first role proved she wasn't here for attention. She was here for art. It was clear from the beginning that she was born to do this. And even at a young age, she carried the weight of her craft like a seasoned veteran. Hailee didn't stop with acting. She rewrote her story with music. Her breakout hit Love Myself wasn't just catchy. It was a self-love anthem that resonated worldwide. She proved she could dominate the pop charts just as powerfully as she owned the big screen. With every beat, she brought vulnerability, empowerment, and modern femininity. Albums like Half-Written Story revealed her lyrical honesty and emotional range. She wasn't trying to be another actress turned singer. She became a legitimate voice in music, one with purpose, heart, and incredible control. Reinvention became her rhythm. On red carpets and magazine covers, Hailee has become one of fashion's most fearless icons. She blends sophistication with edge, elegance with youthful rebellion. She transforms every look into a statement, from sleek silhouettes to dramatic couture. Designers love her for her risk-taking spirit and natural poise. But fashion for Hailee isn't about image, it's about identity. Each ensemble mirrors a different version of who she is: the bold artist, the reflective lyricist, the empowered woman. With every appearance, she proves that true style isn't about following trends, it's about telling stories without words. Hailee stepped into the Marvel universe as Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, and it was like watching a star reborn. She brought sharp wit, agility, and heart to the role, winning over both die-hard fans and newcomers. Her chemistry with Jeremy Renner created a mentor-student bond that felt authentic and full of depth. Hailee wasn't just playing a superhero, she was becoming one for the next generation. Her performance bridged humor with heroism, vulnerability with strength. She didn't just fit into the MCU, she expanded it. Now, she's not just an artist, she's an Avenger. From gritty westerns to rom-coms, from teenage angst in The Edge of 17 to animated voice work in Spider-Man, into the Spider-Verse, Hailee has proven one thing: she can do everything. She doesn't settle for comfort zones. Instead, she explores roles that stretch her emotionally, physically, and creatively. Her characters feel real, not rehearsed, because she brings pieces of herself to every performance. She listens deeply, reacts naturally, and expresses truth through the smallest gestures. That kind of versatility isn't taught, it's lived. And in Hailee, it flows effortlessly. Hailee's voice isn't just something you hear, it's something you feel. Whether she's singing about heartbreak or voicing Gwen Stacy in Spider-Verse, she brings clarity, emotion, and power to every line. She's one of those rare performers whose voice carries both youth and wisdom. In animation, her delivery is full of nuance. In music, it's full of confession. She has a gift for making words linger, like echoes that stay long after the scene or song ends. It's not about being loud, it's about being true, and that's what sets her apart. Despite her fame, Hailee Steinfeld has kept much of her personal life away from the spotlight. She moves with grace, choosing to let her work speak rather than her headlines. She doesn't chase gossip or social media trends. She focuses on what matters: connection, growth, and purpose. That quiet strength is part of her charm. In a world of oversharing, she holds on to mystery. It's that balance, vulnerability on stage, boundaries off it, that keeps her grounded. She may be young, but her emotional intelligence shows a depth that many never reach. Hailee uses her platform not just to entertain, but to inspire. She supports mental health awareness, speaks on self-worth, and encourages young women to lead with confidence. Her lyrics often double as affirmations, reminding listeners they're not alone. She's not afraid to admit her struggles, which makes her all the more relatable. To her fans, she's not just a pop star or actress. She's a voice of reassurance, hope, and strength. She isn't trying to be perfect. She's trying to be real. And that authenticity is what makes her unforgettable. At just 27, Hailee Steinfeld has already lived multiple careers, and she's just getting started. With new music, franchise roles, and creative projects ahead, she's shaping a legacy built on passion, not pressure. She moves at her own pace, guided by intuition and grounded by intention. She doesn't need validation. She creates her own path. Every performance is a new chapter, every song a fresh confession. Hailee isn't racing anyone. She's writing a story only she can tell. And if the past is any sign, the future won't just be bright, it will be brilliant. Pedro Pascal didn't ask for the title. He earned it. With his warm smile, expressive eyes, and rugged charm, he became the internet's most beloved daddy overnight. But behind the memes is a powerhouse of talent with years of hard work. Behind his sudden fame, he's relatable, humble, and effortlessly cool, bringing kindness and chaos together in the most lovable way. Whether he's sipping tea in interviews or goofing off with castmates, fans see in him the rare mix of humor, humility, and heat. Pedro isn't just admired, he's adored, and the world can't get enough. Pedro's rise to fame wasn't fast or easy. It was a slow, steady grind. For years, he played nameless characters, took guest roles, and struggled to break into the spotlight. He nearly gave up on acting altogether. But his breakthrough as Oberyn Martell in Game of Thrones changed everything. With just 7 episodes, he became a global sensation. Audiences were captivated by his charisma, wit, and tragic heroism. Suddenly, Hollywood realized what Pedro had always known. He had something special. His success is more than talent, it's perseverance. How do you become one of the most iconic characters in pop culture without even showing your face? Pedro Pascal did just that as Din Djarin in The Mandalorian. Through body language, voice, and subtle pauses, he gave emotional depth to a helmeted bounty hunter. His bond with Grogu, Baby Yoda, became one of the most heartwarming relationships in Star Wars history. Behind the armor, Pedro delivered quiet strength, fatherly warmth, and complex emotion. He didn't just play a role, he gave a soul to the mask. And that takes a rare kind of magic. In The Last of Us, Pedro Pascal stepped into one of the most emotionally demanding roles of his career. As Joel Miller, he portrayed grief, trauma, and redemption with haunting vulnerability. His chemistry with Bella Ramsey brought the post-apocalyptic world to life with both brutality and tenderness. The show wasn't just a game adaptation, it was a masterclass in human storytelling. Pedro proved once again that action and heart can coexist in a single character. He doesn't just survive in these worlds, he humanizes them. Pedro Pascal is a proud Chilean American, and he carries his heritage with grace and pride. He's spoken out about immigration, identity, and the importance of representation in Hollywood. For many fans, he's more than a celebrity. He's a symbol of visibility and hope. He doesn't shy away from politics or social justice, using his platform to uplift others. Whether advocating for LGBTQ+ rights or speaking about his family's past, he leads with empathy. Pedro doesn't just play heroes on screen, he acts with integrity off it. From fantasy epics to gritty dramas and quirky comedies, Pedro Pascal can do it all. He's equally believable as a broken survivor, a charming villain, or a clueless detective. In The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, he held his own opposite Nicolas Cage, blending absurdity with emotional warmth. His comedic timing is as sharp as his dramatic instincts. He brings a human touch to every genre he enters, making the audience laugh one moment and tear up the next. Pedro is proof that range isn't just a buzzword, it's a superpower. What makes Pedro even more magnetic is who he is off camera. He's candid in interviews, openly emotional, and never afraid to be goofy. Fans love his honesty, his emotional intelligence, and his affection for co-stars. He celebrates others' success and doesn't take himself too seriously. Whether he's posing for awkward red carpet photos or laughing through awkward questions, he's real. That authenticity is rare in Hollywood, and that's why people trust him. He reminds us that kindness can be cool and vulnerability can be strength. Pedro shares a deep bond with his sister, Lux Pascal, a trans actress and activist. He's publicly supported her with open pride and unwavering love. His advocacy isn't performative, it's personal. He consistently uses his voice for equality and representation, especially for marginalized communities. His family-first values shine through in everything he does. Pedro isn't just a protector in his roles, he's one in real life. That kind of support system makes him more than a star. It makes him a role model. Pedro Pascal is no longer the underdog, he's the heartbeat of modern storytelling. With every role, he brings warmth to cold worlds, depth to genre, and humanity to heroism. His journey reminds us that success isn't about speed, it's about staying true through the storm. He's not chasing trends or clout, he's building a legacy. From masked bounty hunters to grieving fathers, he's telling the stories that stay with us. Pedro Pascal doesn't need to be the loudest voice in the room, because when he speaks, we all listen.